So, garter snakes. I think they're amazing snakes, and they're very different than any other species I have. First of all, I can tell who's who by personality. This is Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha is very inquisitive and bold. However, if I touch her, she kind of freaks out and runs away. But they like to come see what I'm doing. Here comes Disco. Disco is an albino, and of course Cha-Cha is a het albino. And Disco's very confident. I can actually touch her without her freaking out. I can pick her up, and she goes right into explore mode and not escape mode. Polka is very, very cautious, even with food. I haven't attempted to touch Polka because I already know that would freak Polka out. Plus, Polka is always on this side. He prefers this side of the area, where Disco and Cha-Cha tend to like to be under there most of the time unless I'm messing around. They always come see what I'm doing. They always check me out. They tend to like to inspect food before striking, so I've never been bit by these guys. I'll wiggle my fingers to get their attention, and then I'll stop, and then they'll check me out and then realize I'm not food. But let's see if I can get... Well, she was already headed in there, so you couldn't really see. Oh, Polka's like, is food? Is food. I'm going to be very careful. And then, of course, there's Boogie. He is the tiny male. Males are smaller. And he's never to be seen unless I am pulling out food and it's clearly feeding time. Every once in a while, he'll come poke out and see what I'm doing. Sometimes he's under there. Oh, look at these guys. They're like, what you doing? What you doing? They're very inquisitive. They're very social. Their intelligence is on a different level entirely. Oh, there is little Boogie. Not going to bother him. He's incredibly shy. And it could be because he's teeny tiny. And so more things would want to eat something at that size. So I put this in their enclosure, this like fake plant with this water going in here. Just some new stuff, and they were heavily inspecting it earlier. There's the girls together. Polka on the right, Cha-Cha in the middle, and then, of course, periscoping little Disco. But they're cool, and they're smart, and they're different, and they're extremely excited eaters. So I tongue feed each of them so I know they each get the right amount of food, and otherwise, if you leave them, one will probably bully the others. But I have to admit, Disco's my favorite. But then, she'll come up to me, and I'm going to work on her with climbing on my hands like a lizard. I found taming them is very similar to when you tame a lizard. You'll tongue feed, you'll move slowly, you'll just sit there with your hand in there, they'll come check it out, and then gradually you can start touching them and stuff and work with them just like you would a lizard. So I'm going to use those taming techniques and see how it works with these garters. These are checkered garters. So, yep, pretty cool. Oh, feeding time is later, guys.